And we are back in the commentary box for the third match of the final day. It's Circle of Two versus WeForm VOLTRON, and Circle of Two with balls of steel again, fielding 2 Freckies, along with 3 Macarials, a Guardian, a Blackbird, and 2 Sabres and a Thrasher.
And for WeForm VOLTRON, we have 3 Drakes, 2 Hugins, an Oneros, 3 Purifiers, and a Kitsune. One interesting thing about Circle of Two, Verone, is that if you try to make one, you will only make a straight line.
This is actually a good point.
I challenge you to try it.
I couldn't make a circle with 2 people, I guess. You couldn't do it, could you? No. It's physically impossible.
No.
But yeah, we're waiting for the countdown from CCP Claw and Local. He's given a 5-second countdown now, and we will be underway any second now. And it's going to be interesting to see if WeForm VOLTRON fall for the same trick as what happened last time, where we saw an entire team start shooting Freckies just to try to get them off the field for the monetary value, and they ended up losing the match because of it.
That was Red Overlord?
Yeah, it was, and it was absolute stupidity. They shouldn't have done it, and it cost them the tournament, in my opinion.
It did. I mean, eventually they switched to the other one, but by that point, it had shifted pretty heavily in their favor.
Again, CO2 completely holding off on deploying any drones. No drones at all on the field. I think they're waiting for WeForm VOLTRON to start throwing bombs before they actually put anything out.
And that's exactly what I was looking for, which is the pro move.
Yep, no bombs on the field. They're just kind of sat at a long range, really high distance, target painting, damping, and throwing torpedoes at CO2 at this point.
And I'll be interested to see if when the bombs do come out, they actually go in the right direction. That's more and more of a rarity these days, especially in the tournament.
Yeah, it's a it's kind of a little bit of a skilled art getting your bomb and run right, but it's going to be interesting to see how many of these Freckies die to bombs as well.
Yeah,
because they are only frigate hulls.
It was really cool yesterday. I think it was Dystopia had probably my favorite bombing run I've seen so far, where all the bombs did go in the right direction and do what they were supposed to, except one guy who shot in the complete opposite way. So there was just one little
yeah, he almost hit CCP Claw, apparently.
Yeah.
And Claw was not impressed. He was very angry. So yeah, we can see there WeForm VOLTRON have actually dropped all their drones. They've sent their drones out, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Did we have bombs on the field there?
We had bombs, or somebody smart bombed some drones.
All yeah, it looks as if one of the Macs from CO2 is heading directly towards the WeForm VOLTRON team, and he's just smart bombed a hell of a load of drones that have just been passing towards the Circle of Two team.
That they have. You see the Circle of Two Sabre taking some heat. One of the Macarials. Actually, 2 of the Macarials. The first one now dipping into armor. Not a whole lot of damage for WeForm VOLTRON at this point, as far as against them is concerned.
Yeah, not a real massive amount of DPS affecting the WeForm VOLTRON team. I'm assuming that they've probably got the vast majority of the ships that are still outrange down below the beacon damped with those stealth bombers, so there's not really a great deal they can do. A hell of a lot of damping effects you can see there on screen.
Yeah, and as we speak here, that first Macarial for CO2 may very well be going goodbye. Did we just see a bomb? Or was that drones
I think
again?
that was another drone smart bomb. I've never seen a single bomb on the tournament overview yet. So they've either shot them off at a random direction and they've done absolutely nothing, and we haven't even seen them go off, or they're still waiting. But they actually have all their drones on the field now as well.
I just really like bombs, so I'm going to pretend I saw one.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we've got CO2, or Circle of Two rather, Warrior 2s on the field now. It looks as if WeForm VOLTRON have actually pulled all of their drones in, and what were left out have all been destroyed. There are only 3 Valkyrie 2s on the field. And wow, we've just lost a Macarial for Circle of Two.
And we're about to, well, there's a Voltron assembled Drake now starting to dip into almost structure. He's being repped up by that Oneros, and he's keeping up so far. But yeah, it looks like now they've switched targets to one of the bombers.
Yep, and again, just trying to get a closer look. Yep. Autocannon fitted Macarials yet again, a trio of them. We've seen this a lot throughout the tournament, that people have really enjoyed using Max, but both the Macarial that's now under fire, Siozo for CO2, you can see him dipping into armor. It looks as if Circle of Two have done rather WeForm VOLTRON have done the same again with their target painters. All their bombers packing an individual target painter, and just there's 5 or 6 lasers that the little red LTDs you get from a target painter, all focused on that one mark, and the amount of DPS that comes off a bomber when you manage to get a sig radius big enough with a target painter is just unbelievable.
And as you say that, the Macarial dipping deeper into armor, one thing those lasers can't do is broadcast an Alliance tournament.
Indeed they can't, and you know, that means that we have a better laser than they do.
Yeah, let them increase their sig radius is all they want.
And I think there's actually a few viewers asking, what the hell is a CO2 Guardian pilot doing? And I would surmise that he's absolutely damped to hell, because there is absolutely no effect coming off him at all. He is just sat running ECCM and he can't really do anything. But this is a really solid showing, in my opinion, from WeForm VOLTRON. Their Guardian, their Aneros pilot is really on his balls, and it's just, it looks solid. We've just lost the second Macarial as well from CO2.
That we have. And I was thinking about something completely different and just babbled into nothing. They've been really trying to spread around and hit these purifiers. We just lost something else.
Just lost a Saber from CO2 as well.
Things disappear when I'm looking at the other side, and then I look back and then I miss it.
Yeah, you just kind of catch it in your peripheral vision and you don't know what it was.
Maybe if I had two eyes.
Two eyes that could work independently.
Yes. Like a gecko. Like we just lost another Saber for CO2.
Yeah, both Sabers now for CO2 off the field. We can see both of the Frekkies starting to take heat as well now. These ships, obviously, we've made a really big deal about Frekkies. For those viewers who've just joined us and don't understand, they were the runner-up prizes from Online Tournament 7. They're based on a rifter hull, but they're just the ultimate tackle, the ultimate hook ship in game. They're the best tackler there is. And they're just such powerful little frigates that they're worth like 30 billion ISK each. They're very rare. There's only 49 of them in game now, probably soon to be 48.
48. This guy just got freckied.
Yeah, and I hate to watch that. That is another Frekkie down. So already CO2 have lost 60 billion in 2 frigates in this Alliance tournament, and it looks as if they might not go through and actually get the chance to see if they can cut a profit by winning something else.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, and I think this is pretty solidly going to go in the direction of WeForm VOLTRON, who once again taken very little damage from a team that was considered a very, very good team.
Oh, that is just, it's horrible to see. It's horrible, but it's awesome to see unique ships like that die.
You need to stop getting mad about spaceships, bro.
I'm not mad at all. I love to see it. It's just disappointing because I would like to fly one. But they're yeah, they're awesome little frigates, and it's just extremely ballsy of CO2 to field them, because a lot of people just put them in hangars and just don't bother to ever fly them.
Your odds of flying one have now been reduced 1 by whatever they were before.
Yeah, there's only 48 of them left now. You can see that last Macarial for CO2. He's taking a lot of armor damage. The Guardian pilot now actually has the ability to remote rep. It looks as if he's gotten close enough, so he's now under the damps of the
well, now they're just going to kill him because they're
yeah,
like, okay,
now
dude,
he's just going to get flattened.
Yeah, you want to rep?
Yeah.
Let me show you what I got.
Lots of torpedoes, apparently.
Boom.
Yeah.
We did see, interestingly enough, from WeForm VOLTRON a triple Drake setup, which is both annoying but apparently does work if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and we've been wondering what kind of things would counter this triple Macarial setup, especially with the Frekkies there, which are rock-solid tacklers. And it's interesting to see. I mean, it's a very simple loadout, really. I mean, it's like a pair of Hugans as hook ships. The bombers are there. We've got a single Kitsune providing EW. Three purifiers providing enough damping power to keep that Guardian off the field long enough to really make a difference. And wow, it actually looks as if, unless WeForm VOLTRON try and ransom this Frekkie once they've dropped the Macarial, the CO2's bill for the tournament in frigates alone is going to be 90 billion ISK.
Do you know when a Frekkie is not a good tackler?
When it's dead.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's just wow. It's really ballsy of them to field these ships, but unfortunately I don't think it's paid off for them this time. Macarial there, 2 hertz of CO2, taking an absolute pounding from what looks like all 4 damage types of torpedoes.
As far as I'm concerned, just for fielding those ships, they get to be national heroes.
I agree completely.
I would like to see statues.
It's absolutely outstanding that they fielded them. It's just I love to see that kind of thing in the tournament, and I'm really hoping that Pandemic Legion has the balls to bring out a few Mirrors in the final if they make it there. I'd love to see that. That was another awesome Alliance Tournament cruiser that was given out on Alliance Tournament 7 for the victors, and it's just awesome. Yeah, you can see there the 3 laser pointers on the back end of that Macarial from the three purifiers from WeForm Voltron, and just the amount of DPS that comes out of those things once you get a target painted, it's just unreal.
Yes, and that Macarial is now about to go down, which will leave. I'm going to challenge you right now. I think they're going to target the Freki.
I do believe that they may target this remaining Freki. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, the Freki, we're being told, is right on the edge of the arena.
Oh,
right
if he ducks out and lets Claw kill him, it will make me very happy.
Will Claw kill him, though? Because Claw's a real big Minmatar
It's a boundary violation. He'll be torn, but I mean, it's like, what do you got to do?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But we can see from the tactical overlay on the bottom of the screen there, viewers can see that he is right out on the edge of the arena boundary, so he is like cutting it really close.
He's dancing, and one thing you'll see, well, at this point though, this is kind of odd because what you won't see is you see a lot of this kind of dance around the edge of the field thing. Oh, did he do it?
I don't know.
Did he do it?
What he just?
It's gone.
I think he just suicided
Ask him if
himself.
he blew it up. Yes.
Wow.
Way to go, CCP
wow.
Claw.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So that's it.
Voltron Assemble wins it in, WeForm Voltron?
Yeah, WeForm Voltron wins it. And we can pass back to Soundwave.